Okay, I want to remind everybody what we're talking about today. We're talking about Joe Teach. He was a teacher, and his wife Molly did some work on the side. But we're going to focus on Joe. We're going to focus on his situation as someone who has a pension and does qualify for Social Security. He does not have 30 years of service, and we're going to chat a little bit about some of the exclusions in the next video. So let's not get too deep in that, but let's look at what his situation was. So he was a teacher. So you'll notice he didn't pay any Social Security in the many years of work that he had, except for when he worked in the summertime. He made about $6,000 a year working at a summer camp. He could have done other things like, tutoring on the side or lots of other ways of earning money. But we're going to say he worked at a summer camp every year, and he made $6,000 a year, which he did pay into Social Security, and he did that for a very, very long time, right? So you can see that, and then he's expecting to continue to do that. So in a normal situation, he would make about $1,000 a month in Social Security. And as a byproduct of that, he would have survivorship benefits. His wife could potentially have Social Security spousal benefits. But you'll see here that he did not, you will see here that he does not get to qualify for this whole 999. What they do is they basically look at the fact that he has a pension. And because he has a non-qualified pension, that means he did not pay into Social Security while he was working at his regular job. And so he does not have all those payments in, or he'd have a much larger amount. They only give him 40% of the first 1,174 of his earnings, right? So he has estimated earnings of $7,110. That's his indexed earnings. So he's only going to get 40% of that. Whereas if he had paid in Social Security all those years, he would have got 90% of it, right? So that really knocked his payment down right out of the gate by like $555. That's a big chunk that was sort of taken away from him because and then in addition to that, he does not qualify for any additional components. So he's only going to get the $444 in his calculation. All right. So as you can see here, he is going to get, so when we go back up to his situation, I'm going to go find Joe real quick. He's only going to get that $444. As you can see, Joe's going to get $444 times 12. And you will see he's going to get that amount for the life of his Social Security payments. Now, one thing to remember is he's getting $60,000 in a pension, right? So, we do feel bad that he's having something reduced. He's losing about $6,000 in Social Security, but he is, again, getting $60,000 in a pension. And so that extra amount really just increases. He's getting that little extra amount for what he's not getting in his pension, right? And that's going to affect both Joe and Molly in a way, and we're going to chat a little bit about that. But it affects Joe, what's called the windfall elimination provision, right? Which is he's going to lose this $555 because he has he has another source of income, which is going to be his pension. All right. So just be aware of that. If you have a pension, there are some exclusions to this, and we're going to get into that in the next video. But the windfall elimination provision will impact you if you have a pension that's a non-qualified pension, which essentially means that you did not pay Social Security on benefits while you were working at that place. And as a byproduct of that, you don't have the Social Security earnings. And so what Social Security earnings you do have will be reduced based on the fact that you have this external pension. So please follow and continue to watch for more videos. Thanks.